feeling good?
Yes.
You feeling me?
Very good.
All right, let's get it on.
Yes.
We've got crime down to numbers like no one's ever seen, but there are still too many fatties.
Chicka, 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 chicka.
It's a work in progress.
Welcome to the Work in Progress podcast. I'm Mike Catherwood. I'm your host. Technically, this is the first episode. I've done a million Mikey Likes You. Not a million, of course. Hundreds. But I got aimless, so I'm buckling down. I'm redoing it. I'm restructuring the show. It's now the Work in Progress pod. And I had a personal experience that made me change this whole thing. I had a client, very nice young lady, and she's made great progress. She was getting bogged down with details, which is something that I think a lot of you are doing because of TikTok and Instagram and social media and YouTube. It makes it very easy to just get overwhelmed with information. Okay. Focus on progress. If you can go into the gym and every time you do this exercise, you're getting at least one more rep with the same weight, or you're adding weight, you're making progress. That's all you should care about. Stop worrying about other stuff. Dietarily. Okay. Are you looking in the mirror and from day to day you see slight improvement? Then you're getting better. Can you weigh yourself and you see a small amount of weight loss week to week and you're still getting stronger? Then you have a couple things that you measure, couple of like verifiable, calculable things that you can say, I'm making progress. That's all that matters. Outside of that, do what makes you feel good and makes life less miserable, because there's way too much stuff weighing us down as is. The last thing you need to do is be weighing yourself down with how you're training and how you're eating. That's my ethos around everything, man. If you can get a little bit better every time, then you know you're doing something right, because nothing's going to be perfect. Nothing. Certainly not diet and training. All of this should be making your life better. The way you eat and the way you train and your commitment to habits for wellness should be making your life better. The second they stop making your life any better, you know you're doing something wrong, unless you're getting paid for it. If you're a professional fitness model, if you're a professional bodybuilder, if you're a professional athlete, you should be doing a lot of stuff that maybe isn't all that pleasing. Maybe it doesn't make your life any better, but day in and day out, that's what you got to do, because that's how you make a living. It's different. I always used to use this analogy because it's something that came from my life, and it's legit, it's verifiable, and it's real. It's authentic. I went to see what were at the time penned as Slayer's finale shows. I love Slayer. I've seen Slayer live, I don't know, probably a dozen times. These were going to be the final shows. I went to the LA Forum in Inglewood, California, and I saw them. And unlike other Slayer shows I had been to, I wasn't screaming. I was into it. I was like, I sure hope they play Angel of Death next. South of Heaven sounded great. But my friends were looking at me and they were like, hey, you're awfully quiet, which is surprising because I'm not a quiet fella. I was like, oh, I got to be on the air tomorrow morning. It was not enjoyable during the show because I wanted to go, yeah, and I wanted to sing along and I wanted to headbang. But I had to get up and use my vocal cords in like 7 hours, 6 hours, 5 hours, so I couldn't be screaming. That's how I make a living. It was worth it in the end because that's how I made a living. The same thing should be going, like if you're a single mom, if you're a dental assistant and a single mom and your life is like hard and you got a lot, you shouldn't be worrying. Your diet shouldn't bring you more stress. It should be making things a little bit easier. Your training shouldn't be overwhelming you if you're an accountant, because it should be making you a little bit more mentally focused. It should make you sharper. It should make you feel more confident about yourself. If you are showing up dead tired because you did 20 rep squats the day before and you have a business meeting, you're fucking things up. Okay. You don't get paid to be jacked. If you do get paid to be jacked, you can sacrifice a whole bunch of shit. But this training, diet, habits, this for all of us out there who aren't professionals, these are things we do to make our life better. Focus on progress. If you have to keep asking questions, should I be doing this? Should I be doing that, Mike? What do you think about carnivore versus plant-based? What do you think about what works best for you to day in and day out be a little bit better? Because I'm going to say something that prevents me from making a lot of money in this industry. There is no right or wrong. There is no perfect. I have a friend, Mike Mahler. He is a vegan, and he's been a vegan for a long time, and he is so much stronger than me. And he is so committed, and he is jacked, and he has everything going for him because he is committed and it's what works for him. Emotionally, psychologically, and physically, he is very committed to doing that. It doesn't make his diet any worse or better than mine because I eat meat. I also, I'm very friendly with Dr. Sean Baker, Paul Saladino. I've had interactions with them on this podcast and then also in my personal life. They're very nice guys. They're both studs. They eat nothing but an animal-based diet. I like to eat salad with my chicken. I like to eat, but I do eat a lot of red meat. You know what I'm saying? That's what works for me, and it makes it easy for me to continually make progress. There are core fundamental things that are not open for debate, and science bros and meatheads can sit here and fight about a lot of stuff. Stretch mediated hypertrophy versus the focusing on the contraction, different ranges of motion, high volume versus high intensity. There's a couple things they can't argue with. Mechanical tension is what matters when it comes to your training. That means the amount of mechanical tension provided to the muscles that you're training. During that set, you have to reach a certain level of effort and engage in a couple of what are called effective reps during that level of effort. So the way to measure that is by involuntary slowing of your contraction. I will use a bicep curl as an example. I get 25 pounds. I go 1, 2, and I'm moving this fast. Once I get to 13, 14, no matter how hard I try to move, no matter how quickly I try to move, it's going to be going like this. Then it's going to be going like this. Okay. You have to do at least a couple reps in that effective rep range where you have involuntary slowing because of the overwhelming effort applied to the muscle that you're training. That creates mechanical tension, and there is chemical reactions, actual chemical reactions that happen in the muscle cells that you're training that elicit growth and development. That is what you need to be doing. All this old idea of like tearing down the cells and that's what gets you sore and then it grows back stronger. It's not like a callus. It's not like they used to think back in the 70s and the golden era and the 80s. There is a chemical reaction that happens in the muscle cells that you're trying to train that is elicited from a certain level of effort that brings across mechanical tension. It is the tension applied to the muscles that you're training at a certain level of effort, and you have to achieve that level of effort every time. Once you do that, there is definitely a threshold of how much you can apply to it where it becomes not only useless, but maybe counterproductive. So the old adage of like more is better that comes with a lot of things when it comes to developing skills, playing the guitar, learning a new language. If you're trying to learn a new language and you spend 20 minutes a day doing it, you're going to get this much better. If you spend 40 minutes a day doing it, you're going to get better. Okay. That's not how it is with pump and iron. That's not how it is. More is not necessarily better. One set. Now, how much? It's open for debate, and it varies from person to person. Your level of experience, your genetics, your gender, your age, all of that comes into play. One set is clearly better than 0. 2 sets might be better than 1, but there is very quickly 3 doesn't become better than 2, 4 doesn't become better than 3. Okay. You have to be able to measure that. And it's always better. I know this sounds bad because a lot of people are very motivated and they like to out-train a bad diet. You're much better off undershooting than overshooting. All of my programming comes with either 1 extreme set to failure or near it, or 2. That's it. And you are, regardless of your level of experience, going to be benefiting from that. Okay? Don't do what most people are doing right now. The separation between people, oftentimes it changes with generation to generation. It used to be level of effort. It used to be level of commitment. It used to be consistency, discipline. The reality is that most people who are very motivated to look in the mirror and be blown away, to put on their swimsuit and go out on the beach, or to put on their bikini and go to the pool party, and they're pumped. The difference between those people and the people who do not get the results they're looking for right now, it is they cannot stick with a program and a diet for any amount of time. Usually within a week, maybe 2 weeks, you're going to find something on TikTok or you're going to find something on Instagram that catches your eye And it's going to make you think you're doing it wrong, and you're going to go to that because it looks easier and it promises you better results. The reality is like, it doesn't matter kind of what diet you're doing or what training program you're doing. It's going to be better if you just fucking stick with it. And that was not that hard to do in 1996. When I first started getting really serious about it, 97, 98 was when I really started to be like, you know, I want to be jacked. I had Flex Magazine and Muscular Development and I didn't get on the internet till like 2002. I was late to it. And, you know, I liked girls and drugs way more than the internet. And so for me, it was pretty easy in that time because there wasn't that much coming my way that was going to tantalize me. It was going to hypnotize me to go away from the program that I was doing. Nowadays, it's almost impossible to avoid new information that's going to be just bewildering to you and be like, oh man, I've been doing it all wrong. This guy, Johnny Buff guy, says I'm doing it all wrong. I need to be giving up on plants. This dude was on Joe Rogan's podcast. And he says I need to eat nothing but plants if I want to make it because meat's talking. Yeah, stop. You got to work at the extreme stretch or else you're not going to make any gains. You got to be doing nothing but high intensity. There's going to be so much crap coming your way because people want to make money doing it. And I get it. It's very marketable to promise you something that's different and cutting edge. The reality is like, I can guarantee you, no matter what the program may be, no matter what the diet may be, unless it's eat junk food and don't train, if you're following a real, well-programmed training program and you're eating in a consistent and well-thought way, stick to that. It's going to be better than switching every couple weeks. That is my overarching message to you on this, what is technically the first episode of Work in Progress. I love you. I do. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. It helps me out. It does. I also have my Patreon if you want me to work with you personally. Also, you ladies out there, all that stuff where you get hypnotized by all the newfangled stuff that comes your way on TikTok, all the newfangled stuff that comes your way on YouTube, all the newfangled stuff that comes your way on Instagram. Listen to me. I have Flex in the City, the female specific training program. It is a great program. I put it together working with other females. I can get them to give you testimonials. My wife is one of them. There is a notion out there that you can't lift heavy weights if you're a woman because you don't want to get bulky. That is bullshit. Bullshit. Okay? There is a notion that you got to use light weights for high reps to sculpt your body. That's fucking scientifically ridiculous. Flex in the City. You can check a link in all my socials in my profile. It's right there for you. Flex in the City, the female tailored program. Plus, I have a Meathead's Guide to Salvation. A very reasonable, very, very easy to digest diet. Pardon the pun. It's a diet book. It's a nutrition book. A Meathead's Guide to Salvation. All of them are available to you. Thank you so much. I love you. In this crazy mixed up world that makes you think that nobody cares, I do. Be good.